County this morning, firefighters battled the cold in addition to smoke and flames at Council Bluffs house fire. The fire forced a family of 5 out of the house. Crews were called to the house on Scott Street just north of Canesville Boulevard around 3. There were no reports of injuries. And today is the day we officially honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, on this holiday, state, county, and city offices, along with most schools and even some businesses, will be closed this morning. Now, many plan to use that time volunteering to help others. That includes hundreds who will be helping at the Open Door mission. This is video from a past MLK Day effort when those we spoke to called it an important way to remember Dr. King.
There's no class today at UNO, but students there will be heading to campus this morning for their day of service. Volunteers will be taken by shuttle to work projects all across town. The check-in and breakfast start at 8:30 with work scheduled from 9:30 to 1, wrapping up with lunch at UNO.
And middle school students will be serving a pancake this morning at Together Omaha. This is video from last year's event. Today is the 6th year of the MLK Pancake Breakfast, which serves as a fundraiser for the group's Nourish program that helps fight hunger. This morning's volunteers come from the Partnership for Kids program.
To our campaign 2020 coverage now. The Iowa caucuses are now 15 days away, which means more candidates will be coming to Council Bluffs and Western Iowa. Tomorrow morning, Tom Steyer will return to Council Bluffs with a meet and greet. That will be an event at the Hub near South 4th and 1st Avenue. That's going on from 10 to 11:30. Steyer will then check out the flood damage in Pacific Junction, followed by an event in Atlantic at 2:30.
And a candidate who at one time led many of the polls in Iowa spent this weekend in our area. Pete Buttigieg held a town hall at Council Bluffs Wilson Middle School on Saturday. He also met with potential voters in Harlan. Now, he talked about his rise from being a little-known mayor of South Bend, Indiana, to a top contender who hopes to soon sit in the White House.
Those I meet to picture as clearly as you can what it's going to be like in this country that first day that the sun comes up over Council Bluffs and Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States.
On Sunday, Buttigieg joined 5 other candidates at the NCAACP We Are the People 2020 Forum.
One top Democratic candidate will have to take a rain check, or in this case, a snow check, on a visit to Council Bluffs. Friday's winter storm wiped out plans for Joe Biden stopping both Council Bluffs and Sioux City. The former vice president's campaign made the announcement Friday morning. Biden did spend Saturday in the Des Moines area with an event planned for Des Moines this afternoon. And you can get the latest on all the candidates and their future stops in our area on our website, 3newsnow.com.
First, a round of snow, then ice, and now many are still facing a bit of storm cleanup. That's why Bellevue police are reminding people to move your cars off the street. Police tweeted out it's now much easier for officers to figure out which cars are violating the city's long-term parking ordinance. They say if your vehicle is out on the street, clear it off and move it to avoid getting a citation and a tow notice. Now, that snowstorm left a mess across much of the area, and it also created dangerous driving conditions that resulted in a close call for an Iowa State trooper. It's a frightening moment caught on camera as the trooper tried to help a driver who slid into a ditch when out of nowhere a pickup truck slides off the road, nearly hitting both as it crashed to a stop. The trooper was unhurt, but 2 others suffered minor injuries. The Iowa State Patrol plans to hold a press conference this morning to talk more about what happened. Now, that winter storm caught the attention of just about everyone.
Yeah, and that includes a new area mascot. Papio Pete sounded off about the winter storm on Twitter, writing, "All this snow. I'd usually be in Mexico right now with my family and friends." Now, Papio Pete, who I had the honor of interviewing right here in our studio, went on to say the fact that he'd braved the snow shows just how big the city's 150th birthday celebration is, with its first event set for next Sunday. Yeah, I can imagine he's not a fan of the cold weather either.
And it's interesting. He has a lot to say on Twitter, but I don't remember him saying much to you when he was here.
Clearly we didn't get along. No, he doesn't speak English. He had a translator, but apparently he types in English. So maybe we should have just had a computer or something.
Or had Maya do the interview.
Yes.
No, she speaks Spanish, not butterfly.
Oh, it's a whole new language.
It's a whole new language, yes.
Gotcha, okay. Well, I apologize.
I figured he would know Spanish since he's in Mexico all the time.
That's true. Maybe
he dabbles, but
maybe he's bilingual.
He can express himself more easily in his native butterfly.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Still to come, a popular festival appears to be on the move. We'll tell you what plans are in the works for Taste of Omaha and where they're looking to move.
And absolutely frigid, no matter what language you say it, and it's cold this morning. 1 degree right now in Omaha. Honestly, tomorrow morning looks even worse than that, but eventually a little bit of a warm-up. But of course, it comes with a wintry mix and some snow later in the week. We'll time all that up for you coming up after the break.
You're watching KMTV 3 News Now with Courtney Johns, Maya Sines, and weather with meteorologist Mark Stitz. This is KMTV 3 News Now this morning.
Join KMTV3 and Maxi Walker for the Ultra Chic Boutique Charity Dress Sale, benefiting the Alzheimer's Association Nebraska chapter. All dresses are just $30. February 1st at A View on State.
Watch 3 News Now anytime on your Google Chromecast or streaming device.
Everyone has a crew. A stone cold, never blink, walk in slow motion crew. 3 rows built for everyone in the crew-ready Cadillac XT6.
Get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2020 Cadillac XT6.
This is how you level up your career without missing a beat or a paycheck in less than a year. With a career certificate from MCC, you get the skills and confidence you need to get ahead and stay there. This is you advancing your career, empowered by Metropolitan Community College. Classes begin March 7th. Register by February 29th. Get started at mccneb.edu/empowerscareers.
Oh, yeah. Nailed it. That's what I'm talking about.
You okay, Glenn?
Dude, I'm just so pumped we got all this McDonald's at such a great price.
Everyone loves a great value. Right now, buy a savory sausage biscuit and any size Coke for just $1 each.
Got you a custom jersey.
Thanks, man. Wait, it reads colon instead of colon.
Ooh.
You missed the accent.
I know how you feel. I was missing my favorite games, but then I switched to DirecTV, and they also gave me this season of NBA League Pass. Now I can watch the NBA whenever and wherever I want. Hey, maybe next time invite your half-brother. Semicolon.
TV without NBA League Pass is just kind of TV. Switch, and DirecTV will give you this season of NBA League Pass, plus a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This is protection in a world of distraction. This is value you can't ignore. Get a low $271 per month lease on Rogue or lease Frontier, just $269 per month.
This weather alert forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, windows, and storm damage.
The purple color is cold, but the pink coloring on the map is even colder. Up to our north and east, that's where the coldest air is in place right now. Denison, 9 below zero. Atlantic, 8 below zero. And over towards Tacoma across the river right now, coming in at 4 below zero. Most areas, though, south of I-80, barely holding on to those single positive digits. Omaha right now coming in at 1 degree. Now, those winds, thankfully not too strong out there. For the most part, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So where some of those stronger winds are, Omaha over into Lincoln. Of course, feeling a little extra cold. The wind chill for us right now, 17 below. In Lincoln, you guys are feeling like 8 below zero. But some places up to the north feeling like 20 below zero. So bundle up out there, dress up as many layers as possible, and cover up as much skin as possible if you do have to be outside. All right, here's a look at satellite and radar. Radar not picking up a whole lot. Maybe a few flurries out there south of I-80 right now along with those clouds, but the main thing is our skies will be clearing little by little as we go into the afternoon. But again, those flurries shouldn't cause any issues this morning, not enough to accumulate or really stick to the roadways. But as we go into the afternoon, again, a little bit more sunshine. Not going to warm us up, though, a whole lot. It looks like everyone back above zero by lunchtime. Here in Omaha, around 4 degrees at that point. Then this afternoon, I think we'll top out pretty close to 8 degrees. Now, a couple lucky areas like Lincoln, Beatrice, and York, you guys might barely make it into the double digits this afternoon, but that will not be the case for most of us. Overnight tonight then, even worse than we are right now, about 5 below zero for Omaha. Many other areas also falling below zero across western Iowa. Now, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, we actually do start to warm things up. More cloud cover builds in, but the winds will be picking up out of the south, and that's going to take the frigid air and just shove it back to the north where it belongs. And that should get us into the upper 20s to finish off the day. But again, it is going to be breezy, so that's going to make it feel a little extra cold as well. As far as the wind chill today, it's going to be brutal. Again, this morning, some of us around 15 to 20 below zero. As we go towards the lunch hour, I think the wind chill is closer to 10 below. Then as we get into the afternoon, the warmest part of the day, we may approach zero on the wind chill. Then overnight tonight, we get very cold again, and that's going to push the wind chill down to about 15 to even 20 below zero for tomorrow morning as well. So maybe a couple of school delays. I don't know, we'll wait and see what the schools decide to do, but it could be a little bit rough out there for the kiddos at the bus stop and for those walking to school as well. All right, let's talk about the middle part of the week, though. That's when our next little batch of wintry mix and snow will start to move into the area. It looks like as we go towards the Tuesday evening drive home, we're good to go here in Omaha. No issues at that point. But late Tuesday night, this wintry mix snow starts to push into our area. And that could cause you some issues for the Wednesday morning commute. But I think as we get into a little later Wednesday, we get warm enough into the mid-30s to switch us over to just regular rainfall. Now, it's not the only thing we have to deal with this week. Watch over here. This little blob of snow starts to develop, and it's going to head straight towards Omaha, it looks like. And that will arrive for us on Thursday. So some snow at times possible Thursday, and some of that could slow down enough to kind of get stuck with it as we go into Friday morning. So again, a few issues out there. Right now, snow totals not looking significant, but probably going to be enough to cause some travel issues for you Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe even into Friday morning as well. Today, though, we're just cold. 8 for that afternoon high. Lots of sunshine this afternoon. Overnight tonight, frigid, 5 below zero for the temperature. And tomorrow, we get breezy, but those winds out of the south, and that's going to push us into the upper 20s. Wednesday, some wintry mix and rain later in the day. Temperatures in the mid-30s. And then Thursday, looking like mainly snow. Highs still in the mid-30s, and some of that snow will continue into early Friday. The weekend right now looking dry with temperatures in the 30s, which is, yes, average for this time of year. But of course, with all the updates and more specifics over the next day or so, you can always check in with us on our free Storm Shield app for the latest forecast. Download it free for Apple and Android smartphones and tablets. Courtney?
All right, thank you, Mark. If you want a taste of Omaha, you'll have to go to Elmwood Park for the upcoming festival. That's according to our partners at the Omaha World Herald. The event's normal location, the Heartland of America Park and surrounding area, is under construction. Organizers and the city say they considered other sites, but chose Elmwood Park because of its access to parking. The event is scheduled to start May 29th. When we come back, a 14-year-old whose hobby is very tasteful. She's baking cakes that are turning some heads, and she's doing it all from a kitchen at home. We'll have that story next.
Before I moved in, I was kind of bouncing around from family to family, and it was hard. It was hard. I hated life before. Omaha Home for Boys helped a lot with job searching. We did a lot of training classes, so preparing for the world and moving out on your own. And I honestly, literally don't know where I would be without this whole program. So I can't explain enough how thankful I am.
Omaha Home for Boys, 100 years of transforming lives and strengthening communities.
We all have dreams, passions, and goals. What's yours and how are you fueling it? But you can't achieve your greatest if you are exhausted. Lebeda Mattress Factory is here to help during our winter clearance mattress sale. Handcrafted flippable queen sets as low as $329, cooling gel and memory foam pillow tops $499, and true hybrids with Talalay latex as low as $12.99. Plus get free local delivery or a free bed frame. Find the best rest of your life at Lebeda Mattress Factory.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it.
I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Well-qualified GM lessees can get this 2020 Blazer for $269 a month. See your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Your voice lets him know he's safe. Shelter Insurance does the same for you.
Roadside assistance provided by Road America is now included with your auto policy. We'll take care of you. Thank you. While you take care of what's most important. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, the world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
In my courtroom, people want answers. But when it comes to my friends, the answers aren't always clear.
The police recovered a gun in your father's home. It's the murder weapon.
Vic's always been a little dirty. I thought it was just small stuff. This is a murder charge. I didn't do anything. I don't believe you.
You are putting Vic on trial for your entire childhood. He is never, ever not going to be guilty.
A new All Rise, tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Live look right now in downtown Omaha. The Marriott there in the Capital District and the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge in the background. And yes, the mighty Mo. We have ice floating down it. No surprise there. It is frigid outside right now, 1 degree in Omaha. Now, as we go into the afternoon, not going to improve a whole lot throughout the day. Maybe about 8 for this afternoon, so pretty unpleasant if you do have plans to volunteer outside for MLK Day. Now, as far as temperatures throughout the day, it looks like by lunchtime, everyone back above 0 across the region. Here in Omaha, I think we'll be around 4, a mix of sun and clouds. Then a little bit more sunshine this afternoon. Again, by the time you get home from work, probably about 7 degrees, and then by 8 o'clock this evening, we're down to 3. And when we're at 3 degrees at 8 o'clock, you know it's going to be really cold tomorrow morning. That will be the case around 5 below 0. Factor in the wind, it's going to feel like 15 to 20 below. Tuesday afternoon, the winds pick up out of the south, so we'll get breezy, but that pushes us into the upper 20s. Late Tuesday night into Wednesday, some winter mix and snow moves in, eventually changing into rain later on Wednesday as we push into the mid-30s. And then snow a little more likely for your Thursday and into Friday. No significant accumulation expected at this time, but definitely enough to cause you some issues on the roadways at times. Then over the weekend, looking dry for now with temperatures in the 30s. Maya?
All right, thank you, Mark. Well, in the classroom segment, we typically showcase schools doing something interesting or unique to further advance education. But today I introduce you to a 14-year-old girl who is well on her way to becoming a top baker in a modified version of In the Kitchen. Welcome to Audrey's bakery. Except it's not really her bakery, it's her parents' kitchen. She's 14 and an 8th grader at Gretna Middle School. And she loves to bake.
When I was little, I baked with my grandma, and then it just kept going on. I think I made cookies a lot with her. Yeah, and then I liked doing the dishes.
Really? You were like the ideal child.
Yeah, I always did the dishes at her house.
The hobby she picked up when she was 4 years old has led her to start her own small business. While most kids come home to do homework, she bakes cookies, cupcakes, and lately, beautiful decorative cakes. She's done birthday cakes with different themes, each one's for birthdays, retirement, and holidays.
I follow like a lot of people on Instagram, and they make like a lot of videos. So I watch those a lot. That's where I get most of my ideas from.
Yeah, you can just look at it and she just tries it and does it. So lots of different techniques that she's learning and things that I've never even seen. So I'm like, go ahead.
I still don't understand how she comes and can make a cake where, I mean, the 4th of July cake, you cut into it and it had the American flag on the inside, and it just absolutely blows me away to see how well she's done and how much she's grown in this short period of time, with no help besides social media and the Food Network.
Those cakes are now helping put money in her pocket.
I'll make it at night, like after school, and then I'll post it on my Instagram and my Snapchat, saying that if anyone wants it, and then in the morning, I'll come to school, and then people will just, yeah. If I make cake, I'd just bring a slice of it every day to my lunch table, and they don't have to pay anything for it. But like cupcakes, I'd sell it for like $1.
She started small for now, sticking mostly to her family and friends at her school. But for a young teen, she's already experiencing what many of us hope to achieve, to turn our passion into a business.
She's figured out what it costs her. She figured out what the time is behind it. And for a while there, what happened, she would sell the cake, she'd pay us for the ingredients, and she would keep the profits, just like any businesswoman would. And so to see that growth is tremendous for us, to see her not only grow with her decorations, with her cakes, but to grow as a businesswoman as well.
Well, Audrey is continuously baking new tasty pastries. You can check out her work on her Instagram and see if she'll sell you some of it. It's Audrey_bakes, the number 6. We'll have that on our website as well. Well, still to come, the EPA is hosting meetings in Bellevue this week. They want to answer questions from residents about a former dry cleaning business that poses a health risk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Watch 3 News Now anytime on your Fire TV stick or streaming device.
This is you on a path to a high-demand career. MCC has innovative hands-on trades programs that teach you the skills you need for the jobs of tomorrow. This is you reaching your potential. Empowered by Metropolitan Community College.
Men, are you looking for an affordable option to treat erectile dysfunction that won't break the bank? Kubat Pharmacy has the answer. It's called sildenafil, the same active ingredient in Viagra. Kubat Pharmacy is now offering a huge cost saving on the 20 milligram tablet. Pay as low as $1 a pill. If the oral tablet isn't working, we do have other options. A prescription from your doctor is required, and we offer free discreet shipping. And ladies, we can help you too. Kubat Pharmacy. Call now or stop by and cash in on the savings. 402-558-8888.
When you want something fixed the right way, you don't cover it up. That's why at Rebath, we offer complete custom remodels that feature quality materials chosen by you in a free in-home design consultation. Our team will see it through start to finish, so your tub, your shower, your bathroom will fit your lifestyle. And we stand by our products with a lifetime guarantee. It's time to remodel your bathroom with Rebath. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
I smoked for 27 years.
31 years for me. I called the quit line. We received patches in the mail for both of us, and they were in different strengths because we didn't smoke the same amount.
We reached out when we had urges, and they checked in with us too. It seemed
frequently.
like.
Very easy to use.
And free.
And free. Lungs are better. We feel better. We get to be around for our grandbabies.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669.
When they're sick,
You're burning up.
you can count on us to be here. Evenings, weekends, and holidays too. Boys Town Same Day Pediatrics.
Watch 3 News Now anytime on your Roku or streaming device.
This is you on a path to a high-demand career. MCC has innovative hands-on trades programs that teach you the skills you need for the jobs of tomorrow. This is you reaching your potential. Empowered by Metropolitan Community College.
This weather alert forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, windows, and storm damage.
Well, no surprise here. After a frigid weekend, it is still frigid out there this morning. 1 degree right now in Omaha. Up to our north, it gets even worse. Sioux City, 8 below 0. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Falls City right now coming at 9 positive degrees. If you head far enough to the west, you'll find some double digits out there towards North Platte and parts of the Panhandle. Then as you go a little bit farther out to the east, you will find some double digits there as well. But you gotta go pretty far east, and I would find those most of the state in the single digits, even below 0. Satellite radar showing plenty of cloud cover, especially across Iowa and into eastern Nebraska. Some of that even giving way to a few flurries. Don't worry, they're not expected to accumulate and should not cause you any extra issues on the roadways. But remember, especially those neighborhood streets, still some icy areas due to all that mess that came in on Friday. All right, now to some good news. Jedi, our Nebraska Humane Society dog of the day, just 8 months old, so plenty of puppy energy still left in this one. So the Humane Society says probably not best if you have really young kiddos in the house. Obviously, Jedi likes to jump around and play with people, so he might be a little bit rough for some of those younger kids, but older kids, he should be fine. One thing about Jedi, though, is he is actually deaf. So they say if you snore at night, not a problem for Jedi. And don't worry, Jedi says he can be trained to sit, heel, and all those things with hand signals. You don't have to be able to hear to learn cool tricks. So if you'd like that, go check out Jedi at the Humane Society. If not, plenty of other great options out there as well. Now, for the dog walk today, it's going to be a little bit brutal, just like it was yesterday. At lunchtime on your break will be about 4 degrees. I think we'll top out around 8 this afternoon, but by the time you get home from work around 7, more sunshine though in the afternoon. And then by 9 o'clock, we're down to 1 degree. So make sure you're wearing your coats and make sure the smaller dogs especially are as well. Courtney?
All right, thank you, Mark. China's northernmost province launched an ice snow tourism program to boost local nighttime economy. The Harbin Ice and Snow World offers a number of ice and snow tourism programs with festival themes, including Chinese zodiac ice sculptures.
And SpaceX finishes its last big test before it plans to launch astronauts this year. The Dragon crew capsule launched in Cape Canaveral, Florida yesterday mimicked an emergency escape. Now, no one was on board except for 2 mannequins, which parachuted safely into the Atlantic Ocean. Astronauts could launch from the next Dragon capsule as early as April.
Yeah, if we could keep the video going while we chit-chat about this, I want to see the shuttle blow up. Because it was designed to blow up, to be clear. It was supposed to do that. There it is. Okay, so it's shut down because there's a safety measure. Now it's going to blow up. And you see the little white speck before the rocket? That's the part where the crew people are actually getting away from the rocket before there it goes. It blows up. But the very top of it, where the people actually sit, had shooted away from the actual rocket that blew up. It's a safety measure in case there is a failure of the rocket. The astronauts who are shooting to the International Space Station can safely get away from the rocket before it's destroyed and get back safely to Earth.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So it was a big test for SpaceX to achieve that. They had to accomplish that before real astronauts could fly, and they're hoping to do so maybe this year. So, well, they're pretty much their big last final test to get U.S. astronauts launched from the U.S. back to space, which we haven't done in years, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, definitely do.
We've been paying Russia a lot of money for that lately.
Yeah,
so.
and they said it went well even despite the weather that they were having that day. So.
Yeah, they had to delay it, and that got delayed to Sunday morning, then they had to delay that, I think, like an hour or two before they finally launched it. So.
Successful there.
Yeah.
Well, the Super Bowl is set, and our neighbors to the south are partying like it's 1969. In our Hot Topics, a look at the drama behind the Chiefs' latest run to the big game. Time now, 6:28. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay connected with 3 News Now.
Wish you guys could smell this. This is really good.
Might not be eligible for unemployment.
Some hit and miss wintry mix as we go into the Friday morning commute.
It's never too early to get started on those New Year home improvements. Let Renewal by Andersen help kickstart your spring projects this January. Get 2020 windows at 2019 pricing all January long. Plus, special financing, no money down, no interest, no payments until 2021. Visit rbabestoffer.com today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
1-800-HANSON's Winter Blowout Sale protects your home with 50% off the installation of our famous triple pane windows, warp-resistant siding, and storm-resistant roofing. That's 50% off the installation, plus no payments and no interest till 2021. Our windows, siding, and roofing are so good, we guarantee them for life. Call 1-800-HANSON's today.
Call 1-800-HANSON's. Get it done.
Court TV has returned to television,
bringing you the cases that change our world. You'll be there as history unfolds and justice is served.
The all-new Court TV. Watch anytime at CourtTV.com.
So I was at Marshall's just browsing, and I see this jean jacket. I put it on, popped the collar, and looked at the brand. And when I saw the price tag, I was like, oh yeah, this is a keeper. It goes with everything. If I'm wearing yoga pants, I wear my jean jacket. If I'm going out, I wear my jean jacket. I can go on dinner dates with my husband, like to the movies, and it just works. It's my go-to jacket.
Brands that wow, prices that thrill. Marshall's, your surprise is waiting.
Find your style at Menards with 11% off Patriot lighting.
Or you could add stylish storage with 11% off all Dakota shelving.
Insulate and save big on energy costs, plus get 11% off.
Create your dream Clearview kitchen with 11% off.
You'll be floored by our vinyl plank flooring. Get 11% off all of it.
Whatever you're working on, you'll get 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money.
money at Menards.
This is KMTV 3 News Now, This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Maya Science. Thanks for starting your Monday with us.
And I'm Courtney Johns. Today is January 20th, and we'll have a look at this morning's top stories in just a moment.
Yeah, but first, let's take a look at our weather for the day with meteorologist Mark Stitz. And Mark, another cold. Cold isn't even an appropriate word, I feel
Frigid,
like.
I think we decided
Yeah.
on.
Frigid or brutal, I'll accept either of those, say the judges.
Just,
The what?
That's also an option.
That's the noise I made when I walked out today, so I thought it would be appropriate.
Okay. I don't say
I wonder
that.
what your neighbors think.
They're sleeping. They don't hear me.
Maybe you woke them up with that.
Maybe I did.
Okay, well, it's cold this morning. Right now, 1 single degree at Omaha's Eppley Airfield. Winds not that strong, but when they do go through at 13 miles per hour, it feels like we are 17 below zero. So a brutal start to the day. Bundle yourselves up in plenty of layers and cover up as much skin as possible if you do have to spend any extended period of time outside. Other parts of the metro, not far away from that. Elkhorn 0, Carter Lake and Gretna, both coming in at 1 degree. La Vista at 0, Springfield 1, but Plattsmouth still the hot spot right now at 3 positive degrees. Now, we do have a lot of cloud cover out there this morning, some of that giving way to a few flurries. Don't worry, those should not cause you any issues as you head out the door and not expected to accumulate. But for that morning commute, we will give it a green light. Obviously, if you ignore how brutally cold it is, 0 for that morning commute. Then this afternoon, a little bit more sunshine for your drive home. And again, watch on those side streets. Obviously, some of that snow kind of got packed down in some icy areas that haven't been cleared yet. But that's going to be your biggest concern. Nothing new to get in your way, though, this afternoon. The temperature is around 7 for your drive home. Maya?
All right, thank you, Mark. Well, new this morning, firefighters battled the cold in addition to smoke and flames at a Council Bluffs house fire. The fire forced a family of 5 out of their home. Crews were called to the house on Scott Street, just north of Canesville Boulevard, around 3. There were no reports of injuries.
Today is the day we officially honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, and on this holiday, state, county, and city offices, along with most schools and even some businesses, will be closed this morning. Many plan to use that time volunteering to help others. That includes hundreds who will be helping out at the Open Door Mission. This is video from a past MLK Day effort when those we spoke to called it an important day or an important way to remember Dr. King.
There's no class today at UNO, but students will be there heading to campus this morning for their day of service. Volunteers will be taken by shuttle to work projects all across town. The check-in and breakfast start at 8:30 with work scheduled from 9:30 to 1, wrapping up with lunch at UNO.
And a panel made up of athletes, scholars, and politicians from North Omaha will discuss the life and legacy of Dr. King and how civil rights intersected with a number of top athletes coming right here out of Omaha. Panelists include Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Rogers, retired Union Pacific executive Roger Sayers, and former City Council member and State Senator Brenda Council. The event at the Harper Center on the Crane campus starts at 3 o'clock.
And Nebraska Medicine and UNMC will honor Dr. King's legacy with a special program. This is video from a past program. Today's will feature a music and presentation on Dr. King's life by Del Gines. The UNO graduate will talk about King's impact on his award-winning career as an urban planner. The event runs from noon to 1. It will be at the Clarkson Tower in the Lower Stores Pavilion.
And to our campaign 2020 coverage now. The Iowa caucuses are now 15 days away, which means more candidates will be coming to Council Bluffs and Western Iowa. Tomorrow morning, Tom Steyer will return to Council Bluffs with a meet and greet event at the Hub near South 4th and 1st Avenue. That'll be going on from 10 to 11:30. Steyer will then check out the flood damage in Pacific Junction, followed by an event in Atlantic at 2:30. And a candidate who at one time led many of the polls in Iowa spent this weekend in our area. Pete Buttigieg held a town hall at Council Bluffs Wilson Middle School on Saturday. He also met with potential voters in Harlan. Now he talked to them about his rise from being a little-known mayor of South Bend, Indiana, to a top Democratic contender. And the New York Times announced late last night that its editorial board has endorsed Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. The New York Times endorsement is traditionally one of the most coveted for a Democratic politician. Now you can get the latest on all of the candidates and their future stops in our area by visiting our website, 3newsnow.com.
The first round of snow, then ice, now may be facing still a bit of a storm cleanup. That's why Bellevue police are reminding you to move your car off the street. Police tweeted out it's now much easier for officers to figure out which cars are violating the city's long-term parking ordinance. They say if your vehicle is on the street, clear it off and move it to avoid getting a citation and tow notice. Nebraska State Patrol says this weekend's winter storm kept troopers busy across the state. They responded to more than 200 weather-related incidents Friday, including 55 crashes. Troopers also had to help out more than 120 drivers on Friday and Saturday.
Now, whether it's brutally cold temperatures or a snowstorm, area authorities say drivers should be prepared for winter conditions. They say do not try to drive fast in slick conditions. Make sure to keep blankets and warm clothing in your car. And if you become stranded, stay inside of your vehicle and call for help. If you are stuck, you can call the Nebraska State Patrol helpline at star 55. Now you can find more winter driving recommendations plus road conditions and the latest forecast on our website, 3newsnow.com.
The EPA is holding 2 meetings this week to talk about possible health risks caused by a former Bellevue dry cleaning business. The EPA says it found vapors from a chemical called PCE at the former carriage cleaner site located off Franklin and Old Town Bellevue. Investigators say the chemical used in dry cleaning products could seep into groundwater and get into nearby homes and buildings. The meetings tomorrow and Wednesday will be at the Bellevue Volunteer Firefighters Hall starting at noon.
And we have seen devastating images of the damage caused by last year's floods. Now that high water could force one Nebraska town to move. Now there are more vacant buildings than people left in Winslow, Nebraska. Some are proposing to move entirely to about 2 to 3 miles to the north. Only about 9 people remain from the town of just more than 100, including Zachary Klein. He says keeping the town alive is important.
I think community identity is important to a lot of people. The residents had bought their house in Winslow and they had bought it for a variety of reasons, but they had chose to move here.
Nebraska lawmakers are considering a bill which would allow Winslow to make that move.
Nebraska lawmakers will also soon consider whether to give UNMC $300 million in incentives to keep growing. UNMC leaders tell our partners at the Omaha World Herald the money is needed for them to keep moving forward with a $2.6 billion expansion plan. They say the next project would create 8,700 new permanent jobs for the city. The incentives were not included in Governor Rickett's budget proposal, but an incentive bill is scheduled to be introduced this week.
And Methodist Women's Hospital in Elkhorn is celebrating this morning. Now they're celebrating 19 babies born by NICU staff members. Now since these women all had their baby in the same year, you know what that means, maternity leave and lots of it. According to one of the staff members, Methodist Women's Hospital was able to hire traveling nurses to help fill in as these mothers were spending time at home with their newborns.
We're a tight family as it is, and then just having everybody go through all these awesome babies, yeah, it just brings us even closer together.
Now, of the 19 babies born, 11 were girls and 8 of them were boys.
And it's that time of the morning where we take a look at the stories or videos you'll be watching and talking about today.
Yeah, and in case you didn't stay up late last night, we now know the matchup for Super Bowl 54. Now, the San Francisco 49ers beat the Green Bay Packers 37-20 in the NFC Championship game. Earlier in the day, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tennessee Titans 35-24. The game will take place on 2 Sundays, on Sunday, February 2nd at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, where J-Lo and Shakira will be headlining the halftime show.
Yeah, lots of Nebraskans were celebrating. Definitely.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Super pumped.
City might as well be the home team here.
Right, yeah. Someone tweeted at me saying if I was wearing red for the Chiefs, and that was just absolutely, I guess it could be for either team, but it was complete coincidence, not,
no endorsement?
Yeah, I have no dog in this fight.
Yeah, well, I thought you were dressed up for Valentine's Day, and Courtney's for Halloween today.
Yes,
so
we're very festive.
Celebrating holidays today.
Well, you guys remember Gunther last week? I love this guy. So he's a German Shepherd that had been in and out of the Humane Society, and we featured him last week. Well, a viewer said that he saw the story and instantly said, yeah, That's my new dog. So then he drove 128 miles to adopt his new best friend.
Oh, we love hearing that.
Yeah, so now Gunther's got a home. Super excited for him.
Oh, you'll have to have him send us a picture of them together.
I know. I'm trying to get a hold of him so we can share that, because I mean, Gunther was a sweetheart, a big cuddler and a big digger too.
Yeah.
Always lots of energy, especially those big dogs.
Well, and they're so smart too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The bigger the dog, the bigger the holes they dig. In the backyard. All right, just to give you an idea how cold it was this weekend, check out this picture from our evening anchor, Jenny Griswold. She pulled off a trick with ramen noodles frozen in midair with chopsticks, kind of hanging in midair. And it's not standing up from all the preservatives in the noodles. It's just frozen solid.
She said that her son even kind of took a little bite out of it, Jack. And he was like, "It's not bad, Mom."
Oh, gosh.
It's cool, though. The noodles are holding up the spoon, or whatever they call it, the chopsticks.
I wonder how long she had to hold it up there to get it to
Well, she did a video on how she did it.
Did she really?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So you could have done that at 3 in the morning like I did this morning.
Well,
Watched
tell
it.
us.
She had like a couple shoe boxes, and she cut a hole in one to kind of like hold the spoon up and then like just put the noodles down. And then so she could just go back inside then for like an hour and then wait till it froze. Then you take the boxes away and the spoon's hanging out there.
What a smart gal. Because, yeah, I would have just been holding it and say, "Oh, just forget it. I'm going inside."
She said her husband, Andy, actually found it on Reddit. I didn't know cool things came from Reddit that often.
Oh, yeah. Lots of things.
Well, still ahead, why are women around the country getting strange letters congratulating them on their pregnancy? We'll have that answer in our consumer report coming up.
Ooh, but it is a frigid start to the day. 1 degree right now in Omaha. We don't warm up a whole lot this afternoon, and tomorrow looks even worse, at least in the morning. But eventually we do warm things up. That's going to give way to some winter mix and snow. We'll time that up for you coming up.
This is you on a new path after your military career. As a veteran, you have access to outstanding benefits and resources. Our Military and Veterans Affairs Office can get you started. This is you getting support, empowered by Metropolitan Community College.
Just like football, hunting is one of Nebraska's great pastimes. Some of my fondest memories are being in the field hunting with my family and my dog. It's important we help pass on outdoor traditions like hunting and fishing because these activities fund conservation of our fish and wildlife. I encourage you to introduce someone new to hunting. Not only is it time well spent, but if you take a picture and share it, you can win a Sport UTV or other great prizes. Let's take them hunting. Learn more by going to outdoornebraska.org.
King Kong. You know you're really hungry, feeling like appetite. King Kong. The choice of single, double, triple, he's gonna feed you just right. King Kong. King Kong.
On Wednesdays and Sundays, get a primetime shirley for only $10.99, complete with salads and potatoes.
King Kong. King Kong. No gyros here. King Kong. King Kong.
There are lots of women's health providers out there. OBGYNs, midwives, primary care providers. How do you find the one who's right for you? One who matches your needs, your interests, and makes you feel like you have a partner. No matter what stage of life you're in, MyProviderMatch.com does just that. Simply take a quiz to discover women's health providers selected just for you. MyProviderMatch.com. Don't just find a provider, match with the right one.
When you access MCC courses online, you get the flexibility to earn a degree or certificate on your schedule, from anywhere you want, whenever. This is you advancing your career online, empowered by Metropolitan Community College.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:44. Young women across the country are receiving a strange card congratulating them on their pregnancy.
Which is very nice of them. The only problem is that many of them are not pregnant. Consumer reporter John Matarese looks into what's really going on so you don't waste your money.
A confusing mailing that first made news in 2019 is generating more complaints this new year. That's according to the Better Business Bureau, which is warning women to watch for a letter that appears to say congratulations.
Renee Johnson is a new mom who recently found this in her mailbox, a card featuring an avocado saying, "Holy guacamole, you're going to have a baby."
It looked like a friend had sent me a card with some, gift cards and coupons and stuff for baby stuff.
Inside, coupons for baby products and a handwritten "Congratulations, I'm so excited for you" note from Jenny B. Renee was confused.
So I reached out to every Jen or Jennifer that I knew to see if maybe it came from them. And everybody was just as confused and said that wasn't us.
So she Googled the card and discovered it was really a promotion for expectant moms from a Utah marketing company called Mother's Lounge.
Now, if you were to find this card in your mailbox, you'd probably open it because it's pink, handwritten, and personally addressed to you.
It all looks handwritten. They make it look like there's smudges from the ink and everything.
We were unable to reach anyone at Mother's Lounge, but it recently told the New York Times the qualified recipients for this mailer have at one point subscribed to an opt-in list for maternity deals and coupons through a third-party marketing company. But the Better Business Bureau gives Mother's Lounge an F, calling this a questionable scheme. Renee agrees.
So what do you think of this as a marketing tool?
Very deceiving, and it's a little worrisome.
The BBB even has complaints from women who were not pregnant but still got the card, which Renee says would be horrible.
You're already having a hard time, and that's not going to make it any easier.
The company and the products it offers are legitimate, so if you're pregnant, you may want to order some. But for every woman who's not expecting, this may be a case of don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese for 3 News Now.
And even if you missed a previous Don't Waste Your Money, you can find it on our website.
Yeah, you can go to our website, 3newsnow.com, click the menu in the upper left corner, then click Money in the drop down, and there you will find that Don't Waste Your Money stories.
This weather alert forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, windows, and storm damage.
It's going to be extra tricky soon if you get pink fake mail because you're like, oh my goodness, I got a Valentine. This is great. Then you open it up and it's a fake pregnancy notice. Oh boy, people these days. Even worse, Mother Nature. She's the real tricky one today. 1 degree right now in Omaha, 8 below in Atlantic, and 9 below zero right now over in Denison. Wayne, not too far away from that. Tacoma, you're at 4 below.